Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bubble Boy podcast. I am your titular Bubble Boy. Real quick, heads up about this week's episode. It's a little wonky. I apologize. Comedian Matt Medina and I did some play-by-play ringside commentary for a wrestling promotion up in Denver. And I got my new Zoom Pod Track handheld podcast recorder thing, and I brought it so on the way back we could kind of recap the happenings of the wrestling. And I neglected to either fully charge the batteries or replace the batteries, whatever it was. But I was worried that it was going to die halfway through our podcast, so I just started recording on my phone at some point, just as just in case, you know? And then turns out, even by the time I was recording on my phone, the pod track had already been dead for 4 minutes. So it's real clean, crisp audio. We start talking about soda, and then there's just nothing. And then all of a sudden we're talking about, something completely different. And then there's a minute where it's like my phone is laying in between us, so it sounds really bad. But then I realize PodTrack died, so then I put my phone up to my face, and Matt starts recording on his phone, and he puts it up to his face. So it ends up sounding better if you give it a minute. Still not great. Still a little wonky. You can very much hear the car audio. You could hear the ambient cars sounds and air conditioner and stuff, but it gets better if you give it a second. So I apologize. It's not the quality that I normally like to have on these. But that's just a reminder to put batteries and stuff, I guess. So it'll be better. It won't happen again, I promise. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. But it is still fun if you want to hear about Primos Premiere Pro Wrestling and my ringside commentary debut with comedian Matt Medina and the hijinks we got up into. I think it's still worth the listen. It's still a good episode. It's just it doesn't sound as crisp on the ears as I would like. So there's my update. There's my apology. I felt like it's such a weird. It gets wonky. The first 10 minutes it's weird, and I just feel like it owed an explanation. Okay, enjoy the episode. Thank you. We're recording. Beautiful.
There's going to be a lot of chewing in this episode.
Yep. Matt Medina, how are you?
Good, Russell Keller. I can't believe we've held a mic for 2 hours and we're going to hold a mic for another hour or so.
Well, that's content. That's what you signed up for.
We gotta farm this content post Primos Premiere Pro Wrestling.
Here in beautiful
Edgewater, Colorado. Did not know that this was a suburb.
Never even heard of Edgewater.
Never heard of Edgewater. Right now we're outside of the ER store, Food and Gas. So if anyone's listening in Edgewater, you know that we're in your neighborhood.
Hanging out, lurking.
Hanging out, looking to head back down to the Springs after doing a wonderful wrestling show at beer.
It's like quarantine. It's like quarantine,
right?
Barkentine.
Barkentine Brewery.
You kept getting in trouble for getting the name wrong.
Yeah, yeah. I kept getting kept getting the Iggy that I wasn't.
What
saying.
you keep saying the Iggy? What is the Iggy?
You want to talk carny talk, Russell Keller? That's wrestling talk. The Iggy. I'm giving you the Iggy for something, so that you know that it's coming up.
Okay, you give me a.
I'm giving
bump.
You a look,
or
or something.
Pinging me.
Right, exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah, I got hit up to do some potential wrestling commentary, doing some play-by-play.
Yeah.
And I said I would love to. That sounds incredible. But I do know an actual, a comedian who actually does pro wrestling, ring announcing, commentary, play-by-play.
That's me.
Beautiful Matt Medina.
That's right.
So I roped you into this.
Representative of One Revolution Wrestling, also just a complete independent wrestling fan. Having a great time. I was the more play-by-play commentator while Russell came in there like Pat McAfee and colored it up for me.
I did a couple.
You hit your marks.
Sillies.
You hit your marks
right
right when you needed to. The one downside is that they did ask us to perform comedy while the show was either on a break or, right before the main event. Like me, like why would you ask me to? Again, August 10th, Boulder, Colorado, Primos Premier Pro Wrestling. But
yeah, they asked us back, so it went pretty good.
But please don't ask us to do comedy, because if I'm one sweaty wrestler, wrestling fan, the one thing I don't want to see is another sweaty wrestling fan trying to do comedy.
Sculpted bodies and big titties. I'm not looking for.
I'm looking for big meaty men slapping beef.
Two guys who look just like me talking about.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Exactly. Yeah. They like the Chris Benoit joke,
They did.
Yeah,
not much else.
Not much else.
Not much else. It was.
And I thought I was really gonna go for a tangent for a while on wrestling, but I was a little blown up after commentating a handful of matches to where my voice wasn't there, and I wasn't. I didn't feel like I was connecting enough to the audience when I should have.
Yeah, there's no hard cam.
Is Edgewater the Mexican area?
I guess so. I thought it was just Lakewood, but I guess we're in Edgewater.
There's a lot of raza here.
So a couple things. One.
Yeah.
It's Bubble Boy. So I'm drinking a soda.
I'm also drinking a soda.
What did you get at the gas station?
I'm a notorious fountain drinker. I love soda fountains. So I do my little take on a Jarritos Mandarin soda where I get Fanta Orange, and then at the last quarter I do Sprite.
Wow. Fascinating.
Yeah. So it gives a little bit of lemon to the orange and a little bit more fizz because of the Sprite, because Fanta is a pretty, not flat. I don't want to say it's a flat soda, but it does not have as much carbonation as the wrestling card itself. Very good wrestling. Some people that I didn't know were there. Some people that I did know from previous shows that I've worked.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, I brought you as backup because I knew you know the biz and you know how to do commentary. And then we showed up. You're like, I know half the people on this roster. Like, you knew everybody who was on the show. Oh, well, we're gonna wait a minute here, and then we're gonna get over.
Oh yeah.
There we go. That's potting and driving.
Potting and driving. This is satire. We're not actually potting and driving.
No, never.
We're sitting in the parking lot of the ER store.
Yeah, we haven't moved an inch.
But
yeah, so commentary was great. You knew everyone, or not everyone. You knew a lot of the characters.
I knew a couple. I knew my boy Johnny Crash, XJ Chaos, the Games Master. Can we talk about the Games Master?
So there's a man called the Game Master. Games plural. I kept saying Game Master, and Matt kept correcting me to Games plural.
I said Game Master too. I can't be innocent.
But so much so that I said, "Oh, you've been slapped before. Your hand, your wrist has been slapped because you said Game Master." And then the Games Master has been like, "Hey, games up. Games up."
There are multiple games in life, I guess. Yeah, the Games Master, one of the more elusive, evil,
malicious, maleficent Games Master.
Yeah,
he's a bad boy.
I wasn't gonna spoil it, but I did know the person underneath the mask of Brokeback Billy. Brokeback Billy. You need a beer running. I mean, we're not driving.
I just realized. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
This turned off.
Is this dead? Fuck. Well,
that's hilarious.
God damn it. I should start recording on my phone just in case it dies.
Yeah.
Turns out it died.
Oh, hell yeah.
God damn it.
That's so funny.
I thought I put in what I thought were fresh batteries. I guess not fresh enough. God damn it.
That's awesome.
Well, hey, I got this going as a backup, so I will just talk into the phone for a minute.
Yeah.
Might as well.
You can put it right here. It'll pick up something.
Yeah. I think it's just going to pick up the vibrations of the car, not that we're driving. We're driving at all. I'm just going to do this, and then now we're on I-25 now.
Here, actually, I can do one of these. Give me a second. I'm not ordering Uber Eats while we're driving.
These batteries do not last very long, I suppose. Or they just were not fully charged by the time I started recording it. This is bad audio for the 3 people who are going to listen to this.
Yeah, hold on. I'm working on it. There we go. All right, now we got this going.
Oh, we'll both have.
Yeah, and I'll just send this to you.
There we go.
And
this is good.
We'll see if it works.
Hey, we're having a fun time. We're improvising.
Yeah.
We're calling it in the ring.
Right, yeah, exactly. We're calling it in the ring.
And now we're on I-25, so I don't have to actually pay attention to directions anymore.
Right.
Stop swerving. Where are we at? The Games Master.
The Games Master.
Bush, Brokeback Billy.
Johnny Crash, XJ Chaos.
The Juggalo Wrestler.
Yes, the Juggalo Wrestler. There was maybe one other person or maybe someone that was familiar with whatever I was doing. But yeah, it was good. It was better than I expected. Big yawn. What was your favorite part of the show?
That's a great question. Favorite part?
Yeah.
Mondo Romero.
Yeah, that was a hell of a match. Mondo Romero versus...
he's got to be the face of the company.
I
am the project.
I'm the project.
Is his whole name.
I'm the project. Look, I'm not a wrestler, but, sometimes names are important. I'm the project versus Mondo Romero.
And I am the project was like...
Loved Mondo's whole presence. He's this bigger Mexican guy. Has this kind of like indigenous warrior.
You called him the Aztec Ape?
Yeah, I called him the Aztec Ape. I gave him a moniker that I gave myself a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like you came up with that pretty quick. Yeah, that's why.
I had it in my back pocket. I have a jacket that says Aztec Ape on it. So I guess technically it's mine, but whatever. I saw it was fitting to hit him with that. But yeah, man, he's the good fucking storytelling in that one. That was a good one. I liked the.
Well, let's go match by match.
Okay, I don't remember them. So
the beginning was a little chaotic because we were trying to figure out how to do it in the first place.
Right.
It was very exciting. It was very fun, but it seemed like someone had an idea of 2 comedians. It would be fun to have comedians do commentary. Right. And that's as far as the idea made it. And so we kind of had to figure out everything when we got there.
Yeah, 100%. That's kind of the big thing with independent wrestling is that it is very much seat of the pants.
Yeah.
Flying by the seat of the pants because who knows if this person's going to show up because they said that they were, but sometimes they won't. And what if something needs to get shortened or longened or, it's...
Longened?
Longened. That's my wrestler speak. Got to longen this match more. So I think we adapted well. I didn't catch our sound engineer's name, what her or their name was. Pixie? Was that the...
Pixie is because they're a wrestler.
Yes.
Named Pixie.
Okay.
So I did not capture their real name.
Okay, so if their name's Pixie, I'm going to call them Pixie. Okay, so Pixie was a big help.
Helping us with the audio. Basically the whole time. Pixie came up to us at one point and went, "Are you guys queuing up everyone's music?" And we went, "I don't know." And she was told. I guess I am. She just like, I guess I'm doing everyone's music now.
See a need, fill a need.
Yeah. So once we got everything kind of figured out, first match was Johnny Crash versus Malibu Bobby.
Malibu Bobby with
the owner of the wrestling company.
I think so.
As his manager, and he was nasty. He was a
nasty member of the board.
But you kept calling Malibu Bobby, which was very funny.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. It was really a Freudian slip because it's like what a perfect alliteration to have Bobby instead of Barbie. I never really thought about that. Malibu Barbie.
But
Barbie. Fuck, Bobby. Malibu Bobby, that's the Jewish wrestler.
Malibu Bobby. The Jewish grandpa.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and then versus Johnny Crash.
Right.
Johnny Crash kind of stands there.
The immovable object.
The immovable object, the immeasurable, the insurmountable Johnny Crash.
Yeah. If you caught, here's an Easter egg for you. He's billed from Tromaville, New Jersey. Okay. Are you aware of the Troma horror pictures back in the 80s?
No.
So they're like really cheesy, really good horror movies like Class of Nukem High, the Toxic Avenger. These are all Troma pictures, and they all took place in Tromaville, New Jersey.
Ah.
So there you go. There's a little insight to
that's a fun Easter egg
character
for Johnny
development of an independent wrestler.
And right from the get-go,
yeah.
I didn't know when to start or how to start or what to, like, really how to start taking off. And you took the reins. You're like, ladies and gentlemen, we got your hero, Johnny Crash. We got the immovable object here. Ooh, a big lariat from the Malibu.
Yeah, that's a good one. You got to know a lariat. He was doing a rolling lariat, which is a spinning clothesline. So there's clotheslines, right, which, you put your arm out, you get the guy across the chest. A lariat is when you're throwing that arm from like a twisting motion, and you're wrapping that arm around the guy's.
A lariat is a moving clothesline.
Yeah, there you go, exactly.
But yeah, so you were hot on the commentary right away.
I hope so,
which
man.
Took
20 years of watching wrestling. I fucking hope I pick it up.
And it gave me the time to, like, okay, I will just kind of fill in gaps and pick jokes from time to time.
Yeah, if I toss it up for you, you can fucking
I can knock it down.
Exactly. That's really all it is. And my mentality, at least, while doing it, is figuratively we're doing a broadcast. So, like, where did commentating for wrestling come from? It came from radio, right?
Yeah.
Because boxing had commentary for radio, so you would listen to the wrestling match. So it becomes like a theater of mind, right? So you were, burping because of the damn fountain drink. It's because it's for TV, but you never really get commentary live because sometimes it takes away from it. I don't think we took away from the show. I mean, obviously the fucking owner was like, "Come back, you guys were great. This was a hell of a vibe." But the person doing the commentating in the lore of the wrestling company is a media person for the company, and they're commentating on the sport and like reacting legitimately to what's happening, whether they know what's happening or not, right? But it's definitely more of like you got to play it up to be serious and not play it up to be goofy.
Yeah.
Because then when the goofy moments happen, because it's independent wrestling, you can't expect these guys to be hitting it perfectly. Like there was a couple fumbles, people coming off the ropes or whatever, and so like even then you can play it off as this is an absolute struggle. This is
their ankle gave out or whatever.
Right.
And there's something too of in comedy, you shouldn't play it like they talk about in comedy acting for movies.
Yeah.
The actor in the comedy movie should not be behaving like this is funny.
Right. It should be 100% real.
Even though
serious.
It is a comedy and a funny thing is happening, the actor should be taking it 100% serious. And that's where the comedy comes from.
Exactly.
Same thing, if we're shitting on the thing the whole time, we're like, these guys don't know what they're doing. Clearly amateur hour over here.
Yeah, while we were amateur hour on the fucking commentary booth.
Well, and we talked about it after, but I was trying to find, because the wrestling promotion asked us to do comedic commentary.
Oh, see, I didn't know that part.
They were like, I
didn't know it was supposed to be comedic commentary. I thought, that makes a lot more sense.
So, but I was trying to find the line between, like, being, like, because they're, whole hecklers for golfing.
Yeah, you want to be complimentary towards the product.
Yes. Whole hecklers, if you don't know, is when people go golfing, and then there's comedians there who's like, look at your gay pants or whatever.
Oh, I've seen those videos.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm educating you as well as the audience. I know there's a couple comics in Denver who do whole hecklers.
I see.
Brent Gill and Nick Dean and all these people.
Okay.
So they go to that and then shit on the golfers.
Right.
And I didn't because he said comedic commentary, but I'm like, I don't think he wants us to
Shit on.
do on the wrestlers or the promotion.
Right,
Like,
right.
look at the tits on this guy or whatever.
Man, yeah.
I think
you know
like,
what this next competitor needs is a couple cheeseburgers and a weight bench.
I think they still want us to put over the wrestlers and the promotion, but it was just like be a little silly about it.
Yeah.
So I was trying to find the line.
Well, that's where the character of comedian Russell Keller is in the commentary, rather than being human being regular Russell Keller. You have the dynamic personality to have serious moments, but then when it's not serious or when it becomes something more, you can work with that.
Yeah, exactly. So finding that vibe,
that
finding
balance,
the balance of it all. So I was figuring that out during Johnny Crash versus
what the fuck was his name?
Malibu Bobby.
Yeah, right, Malibu Bobby.
That match happens. What was after that was the triple threat.
Yeah, the three-way dance between
Urza Menagerie. Which you kept calling Ezra Menagerie.
Yeah, she did
to
not
the point
like that.
where Urza said, "What? What are you calling me?"
That's not my name. And
That's not my name.
Immediately fixed that.
You start calling her EMT?
Yeah, because I guess that's what Pixie said, that she has a last name that spells out EMT. So
the
that's
great call. Get an EMT for EMT.
Oh, thank you.
Very good.
I don't remember the middle guy with the gold pants. Chance Smith.
Boring name. Handsome man dressed like a jockey.
Yeah, I don't necessarily knew. I didn't know what he was about. You know, you don't know what he's about.
He was just a guy with pants and high shoes. He had very high shoes.
He had shin pads.
Yeah.
Kick pads.
So he was just kind of there. And then
Brokeback Billy.
Brokeback Billy, the gimp masked gay pro wrestler.
The gay masked wrestler who was also a champion.
Also a champion. I kept calling him Orville Peck because he had. I don't think people got the reference.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, he was a champion. A lot of champions.
A lot of belts.
A lot of belts on the line.
Which is a big stick in my craw, because it's like, why would I, as a watcher, as a attendance person, why would I care about the person that has the belt if they're not putting the belt on the line? And also, it's a free show. Put the damn belt on the line, even if the guy's not going to win it.
Yeah, at least say this is for the belt.
Yeah, fucking give it some stakes for people to be invested in.
So triple threat was better. There was some storyline I wasn't getting about EMT, Urza Menagerie having some kind of relationship with the referee.
Yeah.
There was something there that I wasn't quite picking up on. I couldn't tell if that was just like the two gals.
Yeah,
being
I couldn't tell if
familiar with each other, or if it's like, oh no,
she's in cahoots.
In story, they are in cahoots.
Yeah, I couldn't figure that out either.
But I think Bush. I keep want to say Bushwhackers because
Bushwhacker Billy.
Bushwhacker Billy, Brokeback Mountain Billy.
Was it Brokeback Bobby or Brokeback Billy?
Brokeback Billy, because I kept calling him Billy Zane.
Right.
Because one of the managers of,
I think he's a manager. He's like an enforcer.
An enforcer of another wrestler.
Yeah.
Also looked like Billy Zane from The Mummy, so then I started calling Brokeback Billy Zane. It was tough.
A lot of Billy Zane talk.
First night on commentary.
Hey, you did good,
I was getting my nicknames mixed up for everybody.
That's all right, though. We pushed through it. The crowd was liking it.
Yeah, it was. They were like, all right, PG to PG-13 for commentary. Okay, good to know. And then Brokeback Billy is in a gimp mask with rainbow flags, which, I mean, I guess that's fine.
And then, but like they had,
and then he wins, and his like move, he gets on the top rope and humps the air.
Also, EMT busting it open for the kids.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
she's in fishnets. I thought I saw something at one point when she spread it in front of the announcer's booth.
Yeah. I don't know if that was trying to be distracting the referee or not.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
She split it open for the
Yeah,
kids.
it's like I didn't understand. I was like, there's fucking kids in front of us.
Maybe if it hasn't been established, it's a free show outdoors in a parking lot
at a brewery. At a brewery at this thing called the Public Market in Edgewater, which is like one of those one facility, many businesses type.
Yeah.
Food court.
It is funny because like they have those in Colorado Springs and in Denver, and I'm sure in lots of metropolitan areas.
Like
But it's like a lot of different restaurants with different like genres of food, styles of food. And then there's also like there's a barber shop and there's a place where you can buy shirts and all this shit.
Yeah,
it's like look at this cool new thing, and I'm like, this is a mall.
Holy
that's
shit!
A fast motorcycle.
Holy shit! Holy shit! That's so scary.
Yeah,
man.
you've invented the mall. You've just invented.
You've reinvented the mall.
You just made a cool one-story mall instead of a three-story mall.
Yeah.
You're just making malls smaller. Like,
Make malls small again.
Makes malls small again. Rest in peace, Joe Biden.
Rest in peace. Rest in power.
King.
God bless. Wear the fucking 12-gun salute.
Jables. Jables going out.
Now it's going to be a police officer versus a convicted felon. Clan Mala. Anyway, you can fucking edit that out.
No, we don't. We're not pro Kamala Harris putting a bunch of black guys in prison for fun.
For fun because fucking she was the DA of Oakland, California.
And then when they asked her about it, she literally laughed.
She said, She said, and your point is? Rips blunt. Throws people in jail for weed crimes. Rips blunt. Yeah.
So triple threat. She busted open for the kids.
Yeah, crazy style.
Crazy style. Mondo style.
Yeah.
Because then we get to.
I was like, oh, golly.
We get to Mondo Romero versus
I'm the project.
I am the project.
I'm the project.
I am the project.
Yeah, man. Names.
Mondo Romero, good name. Good dude. He was definitely the crowd liked him the most out of everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a baby face, there's a good guy at the very end of the show, which we'll get to, but
right.
He wanted them to react to him the way Mondo Romero was getting over natural.
Yeah. Well,
they just loved him.
You gotta tell a story. And from what I understood, maybe Mondo was supposed to be the bad guy.
But everyone loved him.
Everyone loved him. But I think it's because the other guy was associated with the Games Master.
The dreaded Games Master.
You can't be associated with the Games Master and expect to be this white meat babyface to come out and to applaud. And look, Adonis Allen, great body, great
good attitude.
You can see where he can ascend to.
White hot potential.
Absolutely. But if you make a deal and the Games Master
you make a deal with the devil.
That's what I'm saying. You can't expect to. It's like one of those like pretentious heels that thinks that he's better than everybody, but then when put to the test, he cowards out.
Yeah.
And I didn't see that. I feel like Adonis Allen really put in a hot exhibition, yeah. But you just can't stop
courageous
Mondo Romero.
So the Games Master.
Yeah.
Matt, for the people at home, who is the Games Master? Because I was new to the Games Master myself until today.
This is a Bubble Boy exclusive. I don't even know his real name. I don't even know his real last name. I know him as the Games Master. And then when he's out of gimmick, I go, "What's up, brother?" Yeah, I don't know.
So, but tell us about the lore of the Games. What does the Games Master look like? That is hilarious that you don't even know who
he looks like a substitute teacher. He looks like
he does.
Yeah, he looks just like this, fucking.
He looks like
just an older gentleman.
Outside of gimmick when he's just hip.
Yeah.
He looks like a character from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Ah, okay, yeah,
That's his kind of build. That's how he was drawn.
Yeah, he's got definitely a curved spine or something.
He's got scoliosis, a poor man. What is
nice guy?
Dressed up, he wears.
Oh yeah, the Games Master. Well, normally he wears crazy patterned suit with like some crazy tie or whatever, right? But today
kind of phoned it in on this one.
Today he was dressed like Ace Ventura.
He had green screen pants. Pants that were just green screen fabric that looked like they were sewn into pants.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura shirt.
Hawaiian shirt. Games Master mask. The haunting Games Master mask.
Haunting. And what is you said he's malevolent. You say the evil Games Master, and I'm like, okay, so we hate the Games Master. What is his thing? What does he do?
I was only doing that because of the booker telling me anytime you see the Games Master to bury him on commentary. So the only way I know how to bury on commentary is to make him the most evil, maniacal,
wretched man
I can think of. I think he's just a manager that looks for talent to either prey on or help promote.
I said something. I just made a joke about Games Master's around. Hide your pizza crusts, everybody. And then he got like.
He's like, I eat the pizza, you eat the crust.
Something, but I said it to him like 2 or 3 times because it kept getting a big response out of him. He really did not like me attributing crust theft to this man.
He eats the slice, dude.
Don't forget it.
I am the one who eats the slice.
Games Master's not like that. So it was Mondo Romero versus.
By the end of this podcast, I might be a Games Master guy.
You might be pro Games Master. It was Mondo Romero versus
the Project.
I'm the project.
And then our own Bubble Boy did 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah, then they're like, okay, now go. And we were the entire time we're going, I hope they don't make us do stand. I hope they forget.
Yeah, I hope that we just push through this.
That's what
the momentum of the show is going great. The crowd is loving us. I hope that this is.
It was actually like a good turnout. People were having a fun time.
I always make this joke that wrestling gets a bigger turnout than an independent comedy show.
Yeah, for sure.
I try to get other comics to come see me perform ring announcing for One Revolution Wrestling, and it's like, bro, you're gonna have more fun, and there's gonna be a bigger crowd than a Sunday night at Oscar Blues.
Yeah.
You know?
It was a good turnout.
Yeah, exactly.
We were really hoping they wouldn't ask us to do stand-up.
Yeah, for real.
Even though that's what we were paid to be there to do.
Which also was not expecting to be paid.
Yeah, the pay was up in the air.
It was up in the air. Almost seemed like he thought we were going to shake him down for more.
He was like, and if this is okay with you guys, and I said out loud, I'm stopping myself from saying I would do it for free. So the amount that you're paying us is more than I was hoping for.
The amount is more than enough.
But he seemed like I'm sorry, this is all I could give you. And I'm like, this is more than most comedy shows pay me.
Absolutely.
This is more than most comedy shows. You don't have to worry.
Yeah, so that's good. I liked his Primos Wrestling shirt that said SmackDown. That was like the old SmackDown logo. I think that was cool. Okay, so after wrestled,
bombed for 5 minutes. I did do School for the Deaf and the Blind. What's their mascot? They like that one. Because I was being nasty. One lady was even
like, I agree, but I didn't laugh.
She said that.
Yeah.
So I was being nasty up top,
sure.
And then I was like, so I have a daughter, and then no one cared.
Yeah, they're like, people. Guy with 3 snot-nosed children. You know?
Yeah, there was like one couple that I kept looking at. They were having a nice time, but as we said before, it felt so good to get into a wrestling ring.
And
I got on the second rope just to like say hey to everyone.
Yeah.
But I should have ran the ropes. I should have played in there a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it felt so cool. But yeah, you out of a 5-minute set, you bomb for 4 minutes just because. It's outdoors, which is already tough.
Comedy outdoors.
They're here to see a different art form. Entirely.
Yeah.
It's like every comic has this like, I opened for a band and it was a nightmare.
Well, me
one's there.
and Russell featured for Primos Premiere Wrestling.
That's on my bio.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's on my fucking Instagram bio. Right next to my fucking book me through this email.
Does anyone?
No.
Of course not.
They just private message me.
But yeah, so I did 5 minutes. It was bad.
And then we had the hardcore match.
Whoa, before that, then the owner and Malibu Bobby both come back out again and take the mic from me.
Oh, that's right.
And they're like, hey, you know what's gay?
Comedy.
Stand-up comedy.
Yeah, and you're like, who are you, my mother?
He had a joke about like stand-up comedy is just as useless as General Palmer at the intersection of
which I was like wrong town for that.
Yeah, like we're an hour and a half. It was a joke only for me.
Yeah,
it was kind of funny, but that's only for me. And then I laughed, which I shouldn't have done. But I'm like, that was funny. Anyways, but then he said something nasty.
Oh, he had a couple beers in him, didn't he?
He got waterboarded.
Well, even before then, he was sipping on a couple cold beers, you know?
Yeah, what happened? Why did he get waterboarded? I don't remember.
I think his character is straight edge.
Yes.
Or, no, sorry, California sober.
California sober.
That was part of the
Malibu Bobby.
The promo. Was that they're better than us because they're California sober and they're not alcohol addicts and etc. Right? Big boo from the brewery crowd, and then who was the good guy, or who?
That's what I'm trying to remember. Who waterboarded it?
Was it Johnny Crash?
Was it Johnny Crash and Backbreak and Billy?
yeah, it was.
So yeah, they accosted me in the ring, and then they came out to defend my honor, perhaps, or just in general.
Something.
But yeah, they pinned him. Oh yeah, it was Johnny Crash. Yeah, and because he like sat on them to keep them still.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they sat him down, face up, put towels on their heads, and waterboarded them with beer.
Yeah.
Just a war crime.
With Wrestle calling it, I didn't know that Primos Wrestling was in Guantanamo Bay.
Well, it's catty corner to Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah. I didn't know that Edgewater was catty corner.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's a good ass call.
Yeah, and then he came up to us later to tell us like there's an intermission happening. The owner, the president or whatever you would call it, and I was like, "How's getting waterboarded?" He's like, "I mean, it was fine until it like got in my nose and I couldn't breathe." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's waterboarding."
About that.
That's it. That's how the terrorists feel every single day.
See, that's the thing about waterboarding that I don't like.
Is the not breathing part?
Yeah. Everything else is great. Having a lie down.
I saw a video once where they were like, if you're ever getting waterboarded, here's what you do.
Interesting.
You can't actually, the waterboarding just makes you feel like you're drowning, but you're actually not. So, when they're pouring the water on your face, just hold your breath.
Oh.
Until they're like, oh yeah, they're only going to pour water on your face for 6 seconds at a time. That's how waterboarding works.
Yeah.
They're definitely not going to just do it forever, or as soon as you start holding your breath, punch you in the stomach.
Right.
They're standing right there watching. It's not like they're doing it in a vacuum.
They're leaving out potential other things.
Yeah, they're also pulling your toenails off.
Right.
But yeah, there's 4 guys watching you.
Which, after a couple of these matches that we saw, I felt like pulling my toenails out. I'm joking. It was a good ass card.
You got waterboarded. Then it was hardcore match.
Right. With Ruby Flyer.
Oh, and by the way, Mondo Romero did defeat I'm the Project.
Yeah, we thought it was a title change, but it was not.
Because I'm the Project is the champion, some kind of champion like an intercontinental kind of thing. He gets pinned by Mondo Romero, and I'm like, also, I'm the Project, and 2 other guys also look the exact same. They're the same dude, so I thought it was. Anyways, but I'm like, we got ourselves a new champion. Turns out, no.
Nope.
Because the guy who pinned the champion does not become the champion.
Yeah, weird.
That part bothered me. I looked a fool.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have looked a fool. A title should have changed hands.
That's what I'm saying. And even if it's a thing of it'll change the next show, let it change the next show. The people that are there probably
or just
won't.
pretend like it didn't happen at the next show.
Sure.
Give Mondo Romero the belt
Call an audible
for a day.
Yeah, fuck it. Mondo's dad was there. Romero Sr.
Someone got chopped by kids. Was it I'm the Project?
Was it On the Project? Yeah. Or was it the hardcore one between
I think
Ruby Flyer and
Roland Doobie.
Roland Doobie. That's
Roland
right.
Doobie. The marijuana, which was funny because they were like, yeah, Roland Doobie's the heel. He's the bad guy.
No, what the hell?
the marijuana guy in Denver supposed to be the villain. Gotcha.
Yeah, no way, man. Roland Doobie's the face. He has to be. He's the weed guy.
Roland Doobie versus Ruby Killer.
Flyer.
Hardcore match. So, a couple things.
I don't know.
Ruby Killer, who is the hardcore champion.
Ruby Flyer.
Ruby Flyer. I keep saying Killer. Ruby
Better name.
Flyer, who's the hardcore champion, gave Roland Doobie paper cuts between his webbing of his fingers.
Great spot.
That's not what a good guy does.
Right.
Why
exactly.
is Roland Doobie the bad guy?
Yeah. Ruby Flyer also hit him over the head with cooking pans.
Yeah, they had cookie sheets under her, and he smacked him, and there's a beautiful bang.
Yeah, good sound.
That goes off.
Good sound.
So good. And then he gets him in a headlock or gets his arms in a full Nelson behind his back, and then walks him through the kids.
Yeah,
lets the kids
great.
all get a chop in.
That was great.
That was fun. I liked that quite a bit. I think I recorded that bit.
Oh, good.
I hope I recorded that bit. I think I got that.
You'll have to send that to me. That's fucking genius.
Yeah, so later, we're kind of all over the place, but Mondo Romero, we had a 10-minute intermission after the hardcore match. Mondo Romero, his dad really wants to chop
it
and
seemed
be
like his
chopped.
dad wanted to get in the ring.
It sounded like he was a little sauced. He really wanted to chop and be chopped. I was like, let's chop the kids. They got theirs in. Let's give it back to them. And he was like, yeah, I'll hit the hell out of those kids. He was like really down to chop kids. Then 10-minute intermission.
Real ass dude. 10 minutes.
We had to vamp for 10 minutes. We just had to fill space. I can't think of anything funny we said.
No.
In the intermission, we were
I was doing commentary on cornholing.
Yeah, there was axe throwing and cornholing very close to where we were. Oh, that's what happened during the intermission. Sprinklers went off next to all of our audio equipment. So.
Which is hilarious. Who turned on the sprinklers?
We had to take beer cups.
Who times the sprinklers to go off at fucking 5 o'clock in the evening? I guess
it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. I guess there's not normally a fucking wrestling show there.
So yeah, we had to take beer cups upside down and put them on the sprinklers, and someone put their umbrella in front of all the audio equipment. 10-minute intermission. Then we had
hold on, let me think. What was the second to last? No, we had 3 more matches, right?
It's the second to last one.
Second to last one. It was.
And then you went up, and then it was the.
Was that
finale.
the XJ Chaos one?
Oh yes, that was Alan Adonis versus XJ Chaos.
Right.
That was for some other championship. Or was just XJ Chaos also a champion, but no championship on the line?
He was the AIWF Deathmatch champion.
And this was not a death match.
I said hardcore, and then he said death match. I go, what the fuck is the difference?
Well, at the end of the day...
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, what is the difference?
Is there anything not hardcore about a death match?
Yeah,
it's like square's a rectangle, rectangle isn't a square.
So then what's a hardcore death match then?
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, are there any death matches that aren't hardcore?
Right.
Are there anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly my point. Anyway, so IAWF, I don't give a fuck.
No championship on the line though, because it was not a death match.
A couple of I do believe that I did use a derogatory term, juggaho, when in reality I was thinking of juggalette.
Yeah, so there's
big reaction off of Juggaho.
Juggaho got a big reaction. XJ Chaos is the Juggalo themed wrestler, as we mentioned before, and he had 2 cronies. One of which, the Juggaho, was a previous referee, and I didn't know if we should reference that or not, but I decided probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know.
But yeah, you're like. And Alan Adonis being accosted by the Juggahos at ringside, and the whole audience went like, whoa, 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 like you had just dropped a slur.
Yeah.
And I
saved it though. That was good.
You were like, "That's what they're called," and I kept yelling, "He's a part of the community," or something.
That's so funny. That's so funny. I meant to say Jug-a-hose.
Jug-a-hose. That got a big pop. I think that was the best performed match of the night.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. And then
there was stuff off the top
and then
rope.
And then old long legs Medina had to get in there and do fucking 3 to 4 minutes.
He said out loud at some point, "I believe I fulfilled my contractually obligated amount of time.
Yeah.
I would like to leave now."
That's a good heel way to get out of things.
Yeah, that's why you did it.
Yeah. I was healing out.
You're in story, that's all.
I was healing out, you know. For me, I'm contractually obligated to be here, but for you, it's the best night of your life.
But for me, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. It's Sunday, and I want to go home.
And then you were shoved.
Yes. What is his name?
Colton Crash? Colby Crush?
Colton Crash.
I got it in mind.
Okay, here, let's see.
Caleb Crush.
Caleb Crush,
the heavyweight champion of
versus,
Primos Premier Pro Wrestling.
Versus something Spade.
Linus Spade?
No.
It was something. It was L Spade.
Okay.
L Spade. Linus Leonard. Something L Spade.
Yeah. Anyway.
But versus the champion, Mr. Crush, and
that came about because earlier on in the show, the champ came out, which I believe he's a heel champ because he said he's not performing in front of these losers in this free show,
handsome cut guy.
Yeah, in shape guy. Apparently, he was on the Squid Games.
He kept referencing I was number 117, contestant 117 on Netflix's Squid Games,
which. Everyone needs a hook.
That's a fun one.
You know, some people have Kill Tony, some people got Squid Games. You know? So, so he went out there. The ring announcer, who also seems to be the booker, said, you're actually wrestling tonight. And Caleb Crush is the guy.
Yeah, Linus Spade or something. It's something Spade, Mr. Spade. Mr. Spade comes out and goes, "That's for these good people. You're gonna have to face me."
Yeah, face me. All 135 of me versus this 190
cut absolute Greek statue versus 125 pounds soaking wet.
So as as you can expect, gets absolutely dog walked, and then cuts a promo at the end and says, "I'm sorry that I didn't do it for you," which great babyface promo of "I'm sorry,
I'm doing it for the people. I'm sorry for the people."
That was good.
But
I was like, then you should have taken a bigger beating.
Yeah, it was kind of just like a regular match.
You should have got your motherfucking shit rocked if you were going to do that. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Well, he said Caleb Crush, you've never beat me clean before.
Oh, right, because Caleb Crush hit the fucking legs.
Hit him with a low blow when the ref wasn't looking. But I'm I feel like Caleb Crush could beat you.
But then he
they put his legs up on the ropes to get the pin.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm I believe Caleb Crush could beat you clean.
Oh.
He just chooses not to because he's nasty. But he probably takes it any day.
He was playing with his food.
Caleb Crush looks like Zac Efron.
Yeah.
He looks like he has old Zac Efron's hair, but he has new Zac Efron's face.
And body. He has post-Iron Claw Zac Efron body.
Yes. But not with the bob cut or whatever. He had spiky hair. But he looked like Zac Efron. And Mr. Spade, I looked like Joe Dirt got a buzz cut. Or I said he looked like Butters from South Park. But he was just I don't believe. And they called Mr. Spade the protector of Primos Premier Pro Wrestling. A lot of P's in a row, and I'm this is your top.
This is your top guy.
I'm sorry, not to try to bury anything, but I'm
no, this is your top guy.
If he's the one who's going to overthrow Caleb Crush would never lose to this guy in a million years.
He didn't lose to this guy.
Caleb Crush looks like he's even if Caleb Crush didn't know how to fight, he could just bench. He could just bench this dude off of him.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know it's wrestling, and there's a lot of, like, goddamn, Caleb Crush looks like he looks like a Greek statue. He looks like he's carved from marble. And
what were these calls during the show?
Shut up.
This has been great.
And Mr. Spade looks like the toughest guy at Dollar General.
Yeah, he looks like the fucking manager of Dollar General.
Yeah. And then
Crushed him.
Caleb Crush, still your Primos Premier Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
I like to get all the P's in.
That's a good one. Primos Premier Professional Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Caleb Crush.
Caleb Crush. After the show, or before he left, I think Mondo said a good job and touched my shoulder.
Yeah.
Felt real good. Thank you, Mondo.
Did anyone give you the soft handshake? Anyone give you that? That's like a classic in wrestling, to do the...
I think
not give anyone a firm handshake, you know?
I think maybe someone did. But, and then, afterwards, the owner guy, Joe, nice guy. Joe came up to me. And
he said, all right, Jack, I'm not leaving this race.
Is that Joe Biden?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, you guys were great. We'd love to have you back. Pencil in August 10th. In Boulder, Colorado. So, soft hold. It's not a definite 100% in writing. But potentially.
I mean, but it's wrestling, man. I think they tell you a date. We show up. We're there.
Potentially, your play-by-play commentators.
Yeah. We are
for
now
premieres.
We are now the new Primos Premier commentary team.
Wow, the me, Russell Keller, and my partner in slime here,
Hello.
comedian Matt Medina.
Matt Medina and the muscle.
Yeah, you kept
Russell
calling me
Keller.
the muscle.
Yeah, the muscle Russell Keller. Come on now.
Yeah, and you're my partner in slime.
That's right.
That's fun.
That's fun.
Fun.
That's something to work with.
We'll do a lot of pinch and tickle up there.
Yeah.
We'll get more used to it.
I think
we'll get
we
to
were
the
doing
groove.
great. I think we were setting each other up perfectly. I think I need to remember to always be like, I can always throw it to you, so I can bring up an idea or like a prompt, and I can ask you about it, and then you can, like there's got to be more of that. I think there's got to be more like fluidity.
Near the end of the show, we got a lot better at doing it. Like, now, Matt, how do you think he's going to overcome these odds? We started passing it back and forth instead
speculating.
Of both just saying things at the same time.
Yeah. I agree. All in all, success.
Very fun night.
Yeah.
Had a blast. Stand-up was... Well, I'm going to ask them not to have us do stand-up anymore.
Yeah, 100%. We're not doing stand-up. This is solely for wrestling.
That was a hell of a time, though. Thank you, Steve Vanderplug, for the hookup.
Thank you, Steve Vanderplug. Never met you, so I'm sure I will.
Steve, you don't listen. Book Matt. He is funny as well.
Right. It's fun getting your foot into the pro wrestling industry.
Yeah, man. That was great. That was so much fun.
Good shit, man.
We're going to get to the point. We do this long enough, we can start taking bumps.
Bro, yeah, hell yeah. Start some shit on commentary, have a wrestler come over to the commentary booth, rip you out of the chair.
Yes.
Bring you to the ring, do a move on you. Oh my God.
Give me a stinky face.
Give
me a stink face.
Johnny Crash gives you the stink face.
Johnny Crash give me a stink face would kill me.
The devastating stink face.
I would be dead forever.
Oh my God.
That would suck.
My God. The wrestler gets fined for assaulting Premier Wrestling staff.
Oh man, we gotta get blazers that say staff also on the back.
The fucking Primo patch on the.
Ooh,
that would be hot.
Ooh,
that would be heavy.
I've done this one time and it's now my whole identity. I'm gonna invest hundreds of dollars into it.
I'm still always looking for a crazy ass looking blazer anytime I go thrift shopping, just so I can wear it in the ring and have like a little bit of personality.
You can have like a whole Doug Stanhope.
Yeah, kind of.
Obnoxious soup.
Absolutely.
Tweed suits.
Yeah, basking in the sun in my tweed suit, like it's the 30s.
Yeah, you were like, I'm going to bring a sports jacket or a suit jacket. I'm like, I should bring a suit jacket.
Yeah.
I think that would look good for us on commentary.
I didn't know it was going to be outside.
And then you didn't wear it the entire time.
Hell no. I was fucking baking like a ham in the sun.
I wanted us to look like a unit. I gotta get us matching T-shirts now.
Yeah, I'll wear matching suits and shit. I don't,
should we do like a like Excalibur where we both wear luchador
that'd
masks?
be fucking hilarious. Add fake credibility.
Yeah, just pretend we're just two fat sloths.
Yeah,
just like no, I
know a
in
thing
there.
or two. Yeah, god damn.
Comparatively though, with like local talent, we don't look that far off.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm fucking 6'3", you know, like looking at who were the two comics that we were talking to?
Nick Ellis
and
Donahue, Josh Donahue. I just met. That's the first time I met him.
Okay. Two fucking big, tall motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Which makes sense why they have a basketball league in Denver. It was like, yeah, all of you are 8 feet tall. That makes fucking sense. You're the only I haven't met comics that are taller than me. You know, I've been in the same room as Sam Talent. I've been like, that's a big boy, but like. These motherfuckers are twice as tall as any of the wrestlers that we saw today.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, man.
Yeah, we had a lot of little guys.
A lot of little guys. That's independent wrestling right now, man. There's a lot of little guys that, you know, I don't know, need to do something.
I could tombstone a couple of these boys.
Defend the belt more, absolutely. I'll take a fucking cutter. I'll take a stunner.
I do want to like super kick somebody,
yeah.
But I want to be Falcon Arrowed. Like
crazy.
I want to sell.
What move would you want to take? Like, would it be Falcon Arrow?
Yeah, I think I would want to take
one where he's got you like you're sitting on the shoulders. He grabs the back of your neck and then sits down and then does.
Oh, that's like a one-winged angel.
What's a Falcon Arrow?
A Falcon Arrow's like a...
Is that the one where Pac gets up on the top rope and then does the crazy spin splash?
A Falcon Arrow, I do like that one. No, a Falcon Arrow's kind of like... Seth Rollins does it. It's kind of like... how to explain?
Yeah.
You know, this... I'm trying to think and drive at the same time. You drape your arm over, I drape your arm, you pick me up.
Right.
But
then it's a sitting pile driver, but then he turns you.
Yes, it's like a spinning.
Yeah. I want to take a burning hammer. You know what that is?
Yeah.
I want to take a burning hammer.
I want to take an emerald flosion.
Yeah. I want to take all of the AJPW finishers from the 90s.
Yeah, the 4 pillars or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to take an emerald flosion. I want to take a burning hammer.
And I want to take one of Kawada's elbows. Now, let me think. I think a burning hammer would be good. I think I could sell the shit out of some sort of, maybe like a Samoan drop. I could take a Samoan drop for sure.
I would want to get super kicked because I've seen live leak videos of people actually getting shot in the head.
Nice.
And I want to give it that.
You want to give it a Dolph Ziggler drop to the knees?
Yes.
Immediately.
I want to give it like I was holding a woman hostage and a counter sniper took me out.
That's awesome.
I want my body to just, it's not like I fall, it's I turn off. I want it to just be a slump.
I honestly think that I could sell a solid ass DDT, like in the context.
Oh, where you like spike and you flip over.
Yeah, like in the context of I am someone that is not part of the wrestling.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not a wrestler. So what would a DDT do to an actual human being? And it's really just you're driving your forehead into the concrete or the mat. So just land there, you know, motionless even.
Yeah.
Or I mean, obviously,
dead body.
Obviously, Kaufman style, take a pile driver, really sell it, be in the hospital for a week and a half.
Oh, wear a whole...
a neck brace?
Yeah, wear a neck brace.
Wear a neck brace to the show after?
Yeah, for the next 2.5 years. I'm getting sent TikToks. Too many TikToks while I'm driving. But yeah, I know wrestling hurts. I know getting slammed hurts.
Sure.
I know getting hit hurts a lot. But I've also seen, like, Bubba Ray Dudley put a 78-year-old woman
through a table.
So
also, we saw a lot of punches and kicks not connect today.
Not even in the ballpark.
Yeah, just a bit outside.
I would like, I'd rather you hit me. So I think I could go through a table.
There's getting over the mental thing of like, I'm going to be hit and it's going to hurt. If you just expect it and you know how to, like, I guess, calibrate your body or brain to, because, like, I definitely could easily, like, if the person wouldn't even have to tell me beforehand, if I could read the body, read the body gestures or the body language of the person, kind of seeing that they're going to go for a punch. Oh, I'll take a motherfucking punch to the chin.
Just hit me.
Just hit me.
Don't even pull. Just hit me.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's where we're like, all right, make this shit look real. Lay that in. Make it snug. My girlfriend just gave me the deepest chop yesterday because we were joking around and I fucking got her across the chest. Yeah, ha ha, tee hee, you know. And then I'm walking around the house without my shirt on. And she lays one in like fucking Gunther, dude. It sounded like a fucking rifle went off in our apartment. And it left a fucking solid-ass handprint. It only hurt for the second, and it hurt for the moment that I heard the noise and exhaled. But after that, I was fine. I was like, oh, I could fucking do this.
Yeah.
I could easily do this.
It's like the guy getting hit in the head with the cookie sheet.
Yeah.
The cookie pan.
Yeah, do something better.
It's a big sound. It's a loud bang, and it's funny. But also, we saw them after the fact, and like he sold it like, I can't believe I've been defeated. I've been hit in the head so hard.
Yeah.
But we saw the wrestlers afterwards messing around and just banging each other on the head with it because it feels like nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I know that doesn't feel good. I know it doesn't feel like nothing, but you hit me in the head with a cookie pan, it'll hurt, and I'll be like, all right,
I've always heard,
move on with our day.
I've always heard wrestlers describe things pain-wise. If it's really bad, they'll say it sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks.
An Alabama slam sucks.
Oh, that would be crazy.
I don't want to take an Alabama slam.
Oh, that'd be crazy to learn how to take that. Yeah, I think that would be a nuts one to take. I'm scared of them jumping on me. You know, like maybe
like a splash.
Yeah, like if
like a Johnny Crash splash.
Oh,
where he just kind of falls to his knees.
Call it a car crash.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like maybe I could take a fucking take like a 5-star frog splash or like a lowdown. You know?
Yeah.
I could take one of those. It's just scary. I've seen too many fucking people's shins hit their opponents' heads, or
they overshot it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just put a throat across the neck. I was in Christmas of 2018. I'm in Alaska.
Paint the picture.
I'm in North Pole, Alaska.
Oh.
Our friends are willingly stationed in North Pole, Alaska. My wife and I go out to visit them for Christmas.
Okay.
While we're there, for some reason, we see the animated Spider-Man movie Into the Spider-Verse.
Sure.
And I go, I'm going to learn how to do gymnastics. Something about Into the Spider-Verse. Me was like, I think I'm 25 at the time.
Movie.
I'm like, now's my time to learn how to do stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So there was kind of a gymnasium by my wife and I's old apartment. So I went like 2 or 3 times to like, I'm going to learn how to do a backflip and everything. One time I brought my older brother, he doesn't give a shit about wrestling. Also, he's not really like a physical guy.
I've seen a picture of him. Roasted. Devastated.
I asked him, I'm like, okay, come over here, lay down on these big mats that's in front of this giant trampoline. He's like, why? I'm like, I'm gonna hit you with a 5-star frog splash.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I made my older brother, which again, it's not like we're like 6 and 8 years old.
Yeah.
I'm 25, he's 27. I'm like, lay here. I gotta hit you with some frog splashes.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Spider-Man movie got me so excited about being athletic this late in life. Man,
nice.
Biking with no reflectors at nighttime. Good job.
Not that we're moving or anything. We're still sitting in the ER.
No, we just noticed. We just noticed him biking by.
We're just sitting in the ER parking lot.
But But yeah, I got so excited. But thinking back about it, I'm like, I don't know how to do a 5-star frog splash. I mean, I figured it.
Yeah.
I know what to like.
I know
bring
what it looks
in,
like.
Go down,
yeah.
but yeah, I could have like easily put my knee into his throat.
100%.
And just like, oh, he'll never speak again. But I was just so excited about it.
Yeah,
but I didn't hurt him. He was a good.
Oh, clams are back.
Okay, Matt Medina.
Yeah.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Do you know anyone who eats at Captain D's or Long John Silver's?
Oh, you can drop me off right here if we're having this conversation. I eat at Captain D's and Long John Silver's. There's something really close to my heart for Long John Silver's. My granddad, after we would go to Catholic church, would either want to go
molested me in the bathroom.
Yeah, he wishes. He wishes. No, he'd either want to go to Denny's to eat breakfast or Long John Silver's. And 9 times out of 10, it was fucking Long John Silver's. So there's something about breaded shrimp and like hush puppies that's like ingrained in my DNA. Who doesn't like 2 big pieces of fucking cod, deep fried? Ring the bell when you're done, you know?
I've never met anyone. Me and my brother.
I'm an advocate.
My brother have talked about we should go eat at a Captain D's
I'll
just to see what is happening in there.
I'll go with you. I love it.
What kind of person eats at a Captain D's?
Caveat: I have not eaten there in years.
But clams are back, so maybe as good a time as ever.
So that comes from a joke between me and John Bueno, is that we love fast food signs that have no punctuation because they always come out in the expletive.
Okay.
So the first one we saw together, we were high getting Taco Bell, and we look across the street and there's a Wendy's sign that says "Fish is back," and it sounded so ominous to where we would text each other "Fish is back," or he'd send me a picture of the sign, and then so now I see that clams are back. Oh no! Hey now! I gotta drive by that later and send a picture to him. Show him that clams are back.
Do you have a preference between Captain D's and Long John Silver's?
I mean, it's because I was like born on the West Coast, and it's the same restaurant. You know, it's like Hardee's and Carl's Jr., but you got to go with Long John's.
I want to go in to Long John Silver's because I never see anyone ever in the drive-thru. I've never seen anyone in the drive-thru of a Long John Silver's or Captain D's.
So
I only see cars in the parking lot. So who's sitting down? Who's making a Saturday?
It's one of those last bastions of fast food restaurants that you sat in. We all remember yellow Wendy's, right? Yellow Wendy's. You'd sit inside in the weird Ventana with the fake plants around you, and it was nice. It was something.
They had a green room.
They had a green room. Exactly. They had a fucking sunroom with a bunch of plants.
Sunroom. That's what I meant.
And
greenhouse. Sunroom.
Yeah, exactly. Long John Silver's. It was like this kind of like sea shanty themed, where you'd walk in, and everything was like raw wood and or nice polished wood, and with ropes everywhere. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying.
You're really painting a picture of
because it's a fond memory in my brain of eating hush puppies with my granddad. You know, and like, who doesn't like Captain D's or Long John Silver? That's my question.
Anyone I've ever met, any person I've ever talked to in my life.
No.
You might be the only person I've ever talked to who has eaten there, much less enjoyed eating there. Again, I can't name someone who's stopped in.
We can film an episode of us going to Captain D's because I have not been into one in many years.
We'll be the youngest people in there by about 62
younger than
years.
The staff, even. I feel like the staff has to be like at least 50.
You know, like Home Depot and Lowe's, they used to hire like ex-contractors to be their like
they're pros
in their in-store people, and now it's just like they hire high schoolers. But they used to
veterans. They hire high schoolers or veterans.
Yeah, but they used to hire ex-contractors who had like retired,
right?
But then it got too expensive. But they used to be really knowledgeable. I imagine Captain D's. They hire fishermen. They hire Japanese fishmongers.
That's where that's where the fucking who's the yellow slicker. What's that?
I don't think you can say that.
They know. What is the fucking frozen fish guy that you see all the time? Captain, God.
Morgan?
No, the fans know. The real Bubble Boy fans
Oh,
know.
he's in a yellow,
slicker,
raincoat. Okay,
yeah.
I thought you were saying, because I said Japanese fisherman, and you
No.
had a yellow slicker. I'm
Hey.
like, you can't call him that
You
anymore.
gotta blur that one out. Well, I think this is right on time, actually.
I think that's right on time.
All right, man. Well, this was fun. I can't wait to do this
This is
again.
going to sound bad.
Probably.
but, hey, I'll put batteries in next time, I guess.
That's fine. Hell yeah.
Send me your audio.
Absolutely.
This was fun. You might be getting another episode from us August 10th.
August 10th.
We recap another captivating.
Follow me on Instagram at Kung Fu Gripe and all the social media. Matt Medina.
Follow Primos Premier Professional Wrestling.
Primos Premier Professional Wrestling out of Denver, Colorado, across the Front Range. Some high impact action.
Post to post.
Can't turn it off. All right.
Post. All right,
All
bye.
right, I'll see you later. Bye.